She's got some things up her sleeve.
Yeah.
You never know. Then in March, the design starts. And it's turned into a family tradition. It's
Yes.
a family holiday tradition.
It is.
So on our trees, our pathways, and poles, we have 28 miles of lights.
Whoa. 28 miles of lights.
miles of lights.
That is
yes.
awesome.
Oh, that's
yes.
cool.
Welcome to Topeka Insider. We have Cynthia McCarvel, the Strategic Partnership Director at the Topeka Zoo.
Yes.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for having me. This
Yes.
is great.
Yes. So why don't you give us just a quick background? What do you do at the zoo? How long have you been in that role?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I am the Strategic Partnerships Director. In my role, I work with a lot of the businesses in town, and they, as far as sponsorships and how they want to collaborate with the zoo.
Cool.
In turn, we provide them some marketing opportunities and ways to engage with our guests. I also do a little bit of the marketing side of things and media side of things.
Nice. Doing TikTok dances and stuff?
I am not doing that, but we have other employees that do, and they have a great time at it. I also, I've only been at the zoo for 3 years. I retired from Evergy in 22 and started here in January of 23.
Nice.
So it's been a
Cool.
great second career.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
That is
What
awesome.
what does a business's relationship with the zoo look like from a sponsorship? I guess you probably have packages and things.
Yes,
What does that look like?
That's exactly.
usually?
We have a marketing sponsorship package, and it depends on what they're looking for. So, for instance, if they want to be a Zoo Lights partner or sponsor, they get different marketing opportunities, on site, digitally, through our emails, through our newsletters. We provide signage. They usually adopt or sponsor different displays. At a certain level, they actually get their business name in lights as well.
I've seen
That's
those.
Yes,
awesome. Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And then we give them tickets so that they can use them at their discretion, whether it's for
So cool.
clients or employees or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and we have Roar and Pour, we have Brew at the Zoo, all these different types of events
days.
that people. Dino days, yes. So we're
Are
always looking-
you... Sorry, go ahead.
yeah. So we're always looking for sponsors.
That's
so
awesome,
we really,
yeah.
if a business has a specific angle, maybe they want to sponsor something with education. So we have our sustainability sponsors, and it's specifically for our educational department. They can even help sponsor or make a donation to our scholarship fund. So
Yeah, cool.
it just depends on what their pillars of giving.
That's awesome.
around, yeah.
Some of those kind of like social marketing events, are you in charge of kind of putting those on?
One of my employees is.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. So
Your-
I do
your
have
team?
yes, my team.
Nice.
So we do but it's a big team. I mean, we have one person, but we all come together as a big team.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
And then you were telling us a little bit beforehand. What's your background before the zoo?
So at Evergy, I worked in the community relations department, and I worked with nonprofits in giving them grants or connecting them with our employees so that our employees can go out and volunteer. All of our employee
cool.
giving programs and things like that.
Yeah.
So it was a really nice fit for me to step into this role because I already had a lot of relationships established with businesses in the community. So for me to go in there and tell them about the zoo and about what's going on, it was easy to make the connection for them.
Yeah.
Are you a
So-
Topeka native?
I am, yes.
Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. So, man, one of the things that I hear a lot from friends, especially friends who don't even live in Topeka, is how amazing our zoo is specifically.
It is
Like we have
amazing.
friends from Lawrence who drive to go to our zoo here all the time.
Right.
With their kids. And
Yes.
it's like we have such an amazing zoo. It's so amazing. So
Well, thank you.
What's it been
Yes.
like kind of being a part of that?
Well, so I always say being a small zoo is actually our strength because
Yeah.
you can bring your children in and let them run and play and get all of their energy out, and it's only going to take an hour and a
Right.
half.
I know,
and
I
you
know.
can see all the animals. You can go back multiple times and see whatever favorite animal you might have.
Yeah.
Then you have Gage Park right across the street from us, and they've got the train and they've got the
Mm-hmm.
carousel. You've got Kansas Children's Discovery Center. We're all right there within a walking distance. So it makes for a great afternoon of fun for families.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
And
My
you guys-
kids do that all the time.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
guys have a zoo pass?
Yes.
Yes,
Dude,
I
Zoo
heard
Pass
that is-
clutch.
That's a good investment.
Yes.
It
Because-
is 100% worth the money.
Yes, because after 2.5 visits, you have your zoo membership paid for.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's amazing. We got it for Christmas from the in-laws one year.
Yes.
Best Christmas present ever.
I agree.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how good of a deal it was until I had a a family closing a home, and I bought them that as a gift.
Oh,
They're relocating
nice.
here, thinking that would be really great, and they
Right.
told me it is awesome. They use it all the time.
Good.
And they don't know what I spent on it, but I think it's like $100 or something.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
like, golly.
And you get discounts on other zoos.
Yeah. Yes. So
Like
a
we'll
lot of
take it to Kansas City and get a
Right.
discount. Yeah.
Yeah, you get a 50% discount on their
Amazing.
admission
That's
price.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we've also found, well, I've figured out since I've been working here, during the summer, I see these groups of kids that all have the same color shirt on, walking around the zoo. And I know there's some type of a summer camp, of course, but I
Okay.
finally looked close enough to see that it was Johnson County Community Parks and Rec.
What?
And it's
yeah.
like, okay, Kansas City kids are coming
They're
here for
coming
their
to us.
field
That's
trip.
awesome.
Yes, it is awesome.
Wow.
It is
Cool.
awesome.
That's got to feel good. Like
It
not
does.
just like anywhere in Kansas City, Johnson County.
Johnson
Johnson
County.
County.
Johnson
Yes.
County gives you the rubber
That's
stamp.
right. That's right.
You're solid.
Cool.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Well, okay, I think it's time we stop messing around and
Yeah.
we get to what
Let's get to
you're here
business.
for.
All right.
The hard-hitting journalism.
Hard-hitting
right here.
journalism.
Oh, yes.
Zoo Lights.
Zoo Lights.
It is live. It is active. It's
Yes.
going. Tell us a little bit about maybe the origins of Zoo Lights, how long it's going for this
Sure.
year. Give us the rundown.
So this is the 6th year for Zoo Lights.
Wow, that's
It's
crazy.
sponsored by Evergy for the 6th year, so they've been
Wow.
an outstanding partner. Zoo Lights started. The concept of it started before 2020, and it's because it was the time of year that was really difficult for the zoo because attendance is low, so revenue's low, and it's really been a game changer for us to
Wow.
have it during that period of time when
So
we
awesome.
were kind of stretching our budget. And what really happened, it happened in 2020, and
I
people
remember.
were looking for things to be able to do as far as getting outside,
Yeah.
being around people, starting to engage with people, and Zoo Lights, it was a hit, and
Yeah.
we've been very fortunate with
Is
that.
the idea, was it a person's idea?
That's
was
what
this,
I was gonna ask.
Was this something that we
It's
saw
kind
in
of a
others?
team idea, and there's other zoos that do Zoo
Sure.
Lights, or they'll
Oh, okay.
they'll name them Glow Wild or
Yeah.
something similar
Sure,
to that.
yeah.
So it's kind of a zoo thing.
Sure.
There's
Makes
there's
sense,
even some
yeah.
botanical gardens that do glow events in this type of year too. So it's common.
It's
Yeah.
an awesome idea.
Well,
Whoa,
Oh, it's
it's
so
Thank you.
great. Yeah.
something to take, as you said, the zoo's really slow, and that's hurtful for the
It
zoos
is.
from a revenue standpoint, from an employee standpoint, and now you've turned an awesome community event that drives some revenue, gets more the sponsors involved.
Yeah.
People want to go out. It's-
And it's turned into a family tradition. It's
Yes.
a family holiday tradition.
It is,
so we
yeah.
see families repeat, come back each year.
Yeah.
And, thankfully we change it up each year and make it new and exciting.
Yeah.
We may use the same displays each year, but they're not in the same place.
Right.
And we try to maybe do some different themes and things like that. But we really try to change it up or bring in some new
Yeah.
displays.
And
too.
like the domes, the igloo
The
thing.
igloos,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Those are a hit.
Those are-
We've got 4 of them this year,
Yeah.
and we've actually had 4 realtors adopt them,
Yes.
and they've gone in there and decorated it, so it's all nice and cozy and
Oh,
homey
what?
feeling.
Are you one of them?
I am not one of them, but I've
Oh.
seen
well,
those.
maybe
Just
next
in.
year.
Maybe
Yeah, maybe
possibly
next year.
me.
Is there like a wait list on that, like sponsoring those?
Well, no, not yet.
I would guess
Not
the zoo
yet.
would take my money if I offered it.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, it's an in-kind.
bidding war.
It's an in-kind. So, all we did was we asked some realtors to come in and say, "Hey, you are good at staging because you're in the
Yeah.
the real estate business. So
Yeah.
stage this for us. Make it
That's
warm
cool.
and welcoming
That's a
and
great idea.
cozy." Yeah, and that's what they did.
That's a great idea.
And each
cool.
one of them kind of has their own flair to it.
Yeah.
And of course, they have recognition with their signs and things around the igloos, so
Yeah.
they get some promotion out of it too.
I think one of the coolest things about Zoo Lights is, as a 26-year-old guy with no kids yet, I don't go to the zoo very often. But
That shouldn't
I go to,
stop you.
I shouldn't. And I go, every time I go to Zoo Lights, it's a yearly thing for our family. Every time I go, I think, where are the tigers and elephants? And it's like, oh, it's freezing out. Of course they're not here. But I should come back in the summer. And so
Right.
it's
You
a kind of a
should.
good little way to get people in the door to remind them
Exactly.
that you exist and that they should be coming back to see
Right.
the
Yeah.
animals.
Right.
It's
Well, and most of our displays are of animals.
Yeah.
So
Right.
they can see a tiger. It just may not be the live tiger.
It's a
Right.
light up
So,
tiger.
yes,
Yeah.
a light
yeah.
up tiger. So
Yeah.
but,
I agree.
uh,
It is a family tradition. We go every year,
Yes.
and with both sides of the family. They're like, well, we want our turn to go with the grandkids, so we end up going at least twice every year.
nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
and we have some friends who rented one of the igloos, and it's like their kind of like family like thing that they're gonna do. And I was like, man, we should do that. That sounds so fun.
And as a member, you also get a discount on your Zoo Light tickets.
Guide Boat member.
I know.
Yes,
Feels good to be a member.
Yes, of course. So I do have some stats about Zoo
tell us
Light.
about it.
So we have well over 1 million lights.
I was going to ask, but I thought that was maybe a crazy question.
Oh, no, not a crazy question. So on our trees, our pathways, and poles, we have 28 miles of lights.
Whoa, 28 miles
of lights.
That is awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Number of frames, we have 220 frames. 23 of them are new this year, thanks to Ernest Spencer, who's one of our business partners. They made those for us as an in-kind donation.
Shout out, Ernest.
Yes. Our roof lines on our buildings, we have about just over 1,000 feet of roof line that is all lit up in lighting as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
amazing.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The other thing that was really astonishing is when we figured out that Zoo Lights runs on the same amount of power as what 57 homes do.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a different perspective on things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Shout out to Evergy.
I was going to say, it makes sense that Evergy is the one kind of sponsoring the
Exactly.
Yeah, use more electric. Sounds
that's
great.
Right, that's right.
Wow.
But we do use LED lights.
Yeah.
They're commercial grade, so they're actually even more energy efficient than what you would go and buy at Walmart or somewhere.
So it's not a Christmas vacation situation.
No,
like
not
replacing
at all.
one bulb at a time.
Not
He's
at
got
all.
like 87 plugs in one power strip.
Yes. No, we do not do that.
Yeah.
So, and Torgerson Electric is one of our partners, and they really do help us with upgrading our power at this time of year for us.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like upgrading your breaker boxes and stuff?
Yes, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
wow.
So we have all these, what we call, I think they're called like little turtles around the zoo, and they're just a little electrical breaker box.
They're kind of mobile.
They're mobile. So we remove them each at the end of each season. So.
That is interesting. I doubt most people think about like as the zoo is normally, you don't have enough like outlets and power and stuff for that. Like how do you handle that?
Right.
Wow, that makes sense. That's wild.
Yeah. So we start wrapping trees usually in about August, end of July, 1st of August. We had about 200 employee volunteers from corporations like Evergy, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Advisors Excel. All these type of employees came out and volunteered for us.
Wow.
We were part of the Nancy Perry Day of Giving. They had a group of about 80 employees or 80 volunteers that came out and helped us that day. Yeah.
And they're just installing stuff, setting things up.
Yes. Testing lights, wrapping frames, wrapping trees.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it purely volunteer driven? Like is there someone who has to like actually make sure everything is set up well that's like paid on staff?
Yes, we do have a Zoo Lights manager, and he actually is a team of two.
Nice.
And we worked with Squeegee Squad this year. They actually helped us in the design of holidays around the world, and they also helped with installation this year because what you'll notice is the lights are a lot higher in the trees this year. So
and that's because of Squeegee Squad?
Squeegee Squad.
Do they have like the extendable squeegees? Is that what they're using?
So no, that's not what they used. But R&S Maintenance is another partner.
Okay.
And they provided hydraulic lifts.
Whoa.
Hydraulic lifts for
awesome.
several weeks.
Whoa.
Several months, I probably should say.
Wow.
So that was a real help for Squeegee Squad
to get up there.
So this is
a real like team
It's
effort.
a very community-oriented event. We have
Wow.
so many community partners that help us. I bet we had probably 60 partners, businesses in the community that have helped us throughout the year.
Wow.
Either in kind or monetary.
It's interesting because just as someone who has no idea how the process actually works, just someone who attends and, appreciates the event, my assumption was like, they maybe hire some seasonal workers, and then all these sponsors are financial partners, and they're not actually involved. But it sounds like a lot of them are very physically involved.
Very physically involved.
Setting things up, donating equipment.
Right.
Helping, setting up electrical boxes.
Yes.
Like, it's very involved.
Yes, it is. We couldn't do it without the community.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
That's super cool.
Dan Chavez with Chavez Restoration, he's the one that helps us with all of our sounds, our music. He brings us about 50 speakers that
Wow.
I don't know if he owns or is part of his business or something, but he sets that all up and helps us with gauging the music on how loud.
Oh, cool.
And when you walk through this year, because it is holidays around the world, we have different countries represented this year. So
Cool.
as you walk from country to country, the music changes to represent those countries.
Interesting, yeah.
So he was a big help in getting
I feel
that
like
set up.
having the community help you guys set this up and run it or get it going, that's probably a great way to get more people in the door. You know, if I was a part of setting up those lights, it's like, I want to show my kids. I put
That's
that,
exactly
I put that bulb
right.
up. That was me.
Right, yes.
Or if you run a company, you're like, all my employees better be going, you know, like we're getting this thing popular. Yeah.
So, well, we do have several companies that actually rent the zoo out for zoo lights and
Cool.
bring their employees and families in so they can have a nice night at zoo lights.
That's awesome.
So,
You start setting up in August. That's when you start wrapping trees.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
So then it ends in December. We take it down in February or January and February. Then in March, the design starts.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The design for the next year
Who's
starts.
doing that?
Our Zoo Lights team and some of our other staff members.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of brainstorm some ideas, figure out what might be the right theme for the next year.
Wow.
Then there's a conference called Trans World Christmas that takes place in St. Louis, and it's all about Christmas decorations and Christmas lights and themes and
That's
displays.
awesome.
So our team goes there and tries to get some new ideas, maybe buys 1 or 2 frames from there. And sometimes they come home with ideas, we get the frames designed, and then we send them over to Ernest Spencer, and they kindly make us new frames.
Wow.
Here's what I want to know.
That's so cool.
The team of 2 that is the Zoo Lights, they are talking, thinking, and working on Christmas 12 months out of the year.
All year long.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Do they hate Christmas, do you
That's
think?
what I was
Nope, they don't. At least not yet.
They're like,
At least not yet.
They're like
Maybe
Will
after a
Ferrell and
decade.
Elf.
Yes.
They're like Will Ferrell,
Yes.
like, Christmas is amazing.
Yeah, because I'm trying to what it would be like to go to a Christmas conference in the middle of the summer. It's like, this is weird.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like the question, I think we've probably asked it on here. I'm always curious, like, you know, does a 5-star chef who's paid to make 5-star meals go home and make himself a 5-star meal, or does he make microwave mac and cheese? You know, like, does he
that's a good
love
one.
food that much?
Right.
Or is he exhausted from it, like, man, never bring that up at home, you know?
Yeah.
But it sounds like they love Christmas
They
so
love
much.
Christmas, yeah.
On their day off, they're thinking about Christmas still.
I think they are.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I actually doesn't have to do with Zoo Lights, but I for the first time just went to the K. McFarland
Japanese garden.
Japanese garden.
Yes.
And we had an event there, and so we had dinner in the event center of it, the venue of it. That is a nice place.
Well, thank you.
And I heard it's pretty
Yes.
affordable to rent too.
It
It's-
is,
That's
yes.
something that everyone, for any small event you might have, bridal showers or
Even weddings. We have weddings there. Yes.
Like, that's a really nice venue.
Some people actually get married out by the pond on the patio area and then
Yes.
have their reception inside the venue, have the band and the dance floor
Yeah.
and everything in there.
Yeah.
We had an event there, and then part of the event was they bought tickets for Zoo Lights for all of us, so we got to go and walk right after. It was really cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
We do
Yeah.
have a lot of businesses that do that. Yeah.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Man, that's amazing.
It is.
So I got to imagine, as the partnership development person at the zoo, do you have a big role in developing all the partnerships for Zoo Lights specifically as well?
there's several of us that we're kind of a team.
Okay, yeah.
You know, Fawn, who's our chief operations officer, she works with a lot of the contractors, you know, the Torgerson Electric or the KBS Constructors, those types of contractors, where I work with maybe like the banks and the caterers and the hotels and businesses like that. So there's a team of us, and we kind of tag team and get all those sponsorships in.
That's cool.
So-
Well, it sounds like you guys are doing a very great job.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We're very pleased. We're really excited about this year. Attendance has been great so far. I know we're going to get a little more busy as we get closer to Christmas,
Yeah.
of
Right,
course.
right.
We do have Wild Wednesdays, which is a $9 promotion. So on Wednesdays, everybody gets in for a child's price.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
The other thing that hasn't been, we haven't promoted it very well this year, is our Museums for All. It's a program, it's a significantly reduced admission for people that have an EBT benefits or
Yeah.
SNAP
Mhm.
benefits. They can get in for $3 a
Oh,
person
let's
on their
go.
immediate
Nice.
family.
Oh, that's cool.
So and we're trying to make it accessible
Yeah.
for all
Yeah.
in the
I love that.
community. So
That's
so those
awesome.
are 2 promotions tonight. We've got Chester Cheetah coming with Frito-Lay. They're going to be handing out products and taking pictures with
Dude,
Chester.
That's awesome.
Let's see. On Christmas night, we'll have $2 off on Christmas night, so families can come.
You guys are open on Christmas night?
On Christmas night, yes.
Wow.
Is it kind of just as far as busyness, just kind of ramp up to Christmas and slow down? Or
Well, we're only open for about a week after Christmas.
Okay, so
we
it
close
probably-
December 31st.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
like
just
you're
kind of
open on the 31st is the last day?
We are.
Okay.
We are, yes. And then you can go to Zoo Lights, and then at 6 o'clock, you can go to our New Year's Eve party. So we have what's called a toast at 10 on New Year's Eve. And
I saw there's a billboard for that.
yes, there is.
On Gage in 21st?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you'll get a plated dinner, you'll get complimentary drinks, music to dance. There's a silent auction. And then at 10 o'clock, you get a champagne toast.
Fun.
So then you can go home, because even the wild ones will celebrate early and go home.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been going to Zoo Lights every year. For the past 6 years, we always go. And I remember going the first year thinking, this is awesome. This is so cool. I can't wait to do this every year. But you guys add something every single year, it feels like. You're always making it better. And in my mind, as I went this year, I'm like, I don't know what they're going to do next year. This is it. This is the top.
And that's what I'm worried about this year, because I feel like we've kind of outdone ourselves this year with holidays around the world.
Yeah.
So how are we going to top that
Do you
next
guys
year?
have like hey, at the 10-year mark, we can't do it next year, but 1 year we want to do this? Or do you have goals, or is it just each year?
I haven't worked quite to that yet,
Sure.
but I bet somebody in the back of their mind has something planned for a 10-year.
You know what that is? That's a PR answer. She's saying she can't tell us.
Yeah.
She's got some things up her sleeve.
Yeah.
Never know. Never
That's
know.
so funny.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I was wondering if I gotta imagine if I was on a 2-person team planning a fairly Topeka famous event or season, the amount of pressure that you'd be under all year to be like, we got to top last year's.
Yes, but they are already talking about what they're thinking for next year.
Wow.
They're already that far ahead of themselves. Yeah.
I feel like this should be a Christmas movie. Like, I mean, basically this would be like a new version of Elf. You have like the person who runs Zoo Lights is the main character, and like around the year they're like going to like. I just feel like it would be so funny, like going to Christmas conferences in July and
would be interesting.
Things like that, and be like, oh man, we're gonna do this. Like it'd be like a Parks and Rec like show.
Yep.
That would be amazing.
That would be funny.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Is there anything that over the years of Zoo Lights that maybe didn't go as well as you were hoping, that you maybe took out, changed, evolved? Because from a consumer standpoint, someone who walks it's like, this is awesome. But maybe there's things behind the scenes that made it challenging.
Oh, that's a good question. The one thing that's been a challenge, we've tried to have reindeer available.
I was thinking about asking about that, yeah.
The reindeer, we had them for a couple years, but we have to bring them from another state. That's who we contract with. So when it comes across state lines, there's some permits and things that we have to do.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And then the last time that we tried to have a reindeer, the driver got into an accident. So they couldn't get the reindeer here, so they had to turn around and take it back home. So we were without a reindeer. So that was probably the one wonky little thing that's kind of special, because a lot of people have never been around a reindeer.
Was it the first year that you had it?
No, it would have been 23 is when it didn't make it here.
Okay, so 22 is the year
so
you
22
did.
and 21, I think, is when we did have the reindeer. Yeah.
So I remember seeing them. They were over like by the...
Up north,
exactly.
By the Kansas Carnivores.
Yeah, you walk in and turn left, and it was over there. Yeah,
exactly.
But then the next year,
And then the next year we had him over by the old giraffe area.
Yeah. Well, and then of course Santa needs them.
Yes.
So
Santa
you can't
needs
take them that
Absolutely.
long.
Yes. Well, let's talk about Santa's forest. So this is
that like workshop area.
Yes.
Dude, that part's sweet.
Well, so we have him in Big Gauge Shelter House now. He used to be up in the village area. We've moved him into the Big Gauge Shelter House,
which is right
now.
in the entrance.
Yes. Well, right past our cafe building.
Yeah.
And we have a board member who works with his wife and his father-in-law, and they design what that Big Gauge is going to look like. And we call it Santa's Forest, but it really is more kind of like a workshop. But they go so elaborate. His wife designs it. He and his dad build it. They all come out and decorate it.
That's so cool.
She works up, I think, at Royal Valley, and she brings a class down, one of the high school classes down, and they put in some volunteer time as well.
Yeah.
It's just another piece of the community that's, coming together to help us make it outstanding. And in Big Gage Shelter House at Santa's Forest, there are about 4 different photo opportunities. So families can come in, get their pictures with their kids, and walk around there and see Santa. And Santa and Mrs. Claus, they've been the same couple that we've had now since the beginning.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
They live over in the Missouri area and come over here for the month and just enjoy working with us.
Oh,
I
that's
gotta
awesome.
imagine just like coordinating all of these different
There is
things
a
would
lot
take
of moving
so
parts.
much time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
A lot
like
of
coordinating Santa, coordinating the reindeer when you were doing that, like
Right.
like all of the
Yes.
random things that are being
Right. Well, and renting the igloos, and then people
Right.
that rent the igloos want add-on food. So we
Sure.
have to, and then we have a concierge. So we have employees that are actually bringing the food and drinks out to you. And yes, there's a lot of moving parts.
Wow.
So
When it comes to zoo lights, though, did you really go to zoo lights if you didn't take a picture with the naughty or nice sign?
it wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be the
It
same.
wouldn't be the
Which
same.
one? I'm trying to remember where that one is.
Oh, come on, John.
I remember there's like the big joy one by the lake.
Cynthia
That
knows what
one.
I'm talking. You know,
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's up by the Bears.
There's
Bears
there's
this
a
year.
little sign and it's a lights. It's like green. It says nice, naughty. It says in
Oh,
red.
by
Yes.
the bears.
Yes,
Okay.
and couples always
Yeah.
take the picture. Ones
Yes.
on each side.
Right,
Come
right.
on,
Yeah.
John.
Yeah, I don't
So
know. I don't
we
remember
have a
that
lot of different photo ops
Yeah.
throughout there. So we've got
Yeah.
the naughty and nice sign. We've got the mistletoe sign where you can kiss your partner
Yep.
Right,
underneath
right.
the mistletoe. We have a snow globe over by the pronghorns, and we really did it up nice. There's bat wings, there's angel wings, there's
Yes,
peacock
I remember those, the
feathers.
wings.
Just a million things.
I love the
Yes.
the rainforest. The forest one.
You're talking about the rainbow tunnel.
Yes.
By the elephant?
with the chasing lights.
Yes.
That one's awesome.
Yes.
So amazing.
That is a fan favorite. That has not changed
Oh,
since the
100%.
beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and one of the things that I got to imagine that's really helps with zoo lights is it's so Instagrammable.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Everyone wants to post about being at zoo lights.
Yes.
It's so photo worthy. It's so great. Yeah.
And we have a hashtag this year, and we have it on a sign everywhere we walk around. So hopefully people will use that hashtag so we can kind of follow them
Yeah.
and see who's posting. So
I love
that's
it.
always fun.
I love it.
Yeah.
1 million lights.
Over 1 million lights.
Over 1
28
million lights.
miles.
28 miles of trees, poles, and pathways.
That is crazy.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Cool.
And 27 of those are in the tunnel.
Well, actually, 3 are in the tunnel.
Wow, that's 3 miles.
3
worth of lights?
miles or lights are in the tunnel.
That's pretty sweet to
Golly.
know. That's
Yeah.
cool. I'm gonna definitely tell my kids
Yeah.
that as we're in the tunnel. Do you have a favorite local restaurant in Topeka?
Ooh, that's a tough one. There's so many good ones. No,
Yeah.
I don't really have a favorite because I like to go to all of them.
Okay,
Okay,
there
yeah.
we go.
Sorry, yeah.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Coffee shop. You have a coffee shop you like to go to?
Milk and honey.
Milk and that's a great
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Milk
Do you
and
live
honey.
out southeast?
I do.
That'll
yeah,
do it.
and I know
Nice.
the owner out there, and his
Yep,
daughter works
Darlene's
there.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. My wife
Well,
loves going there.
It's Chris and Darlene, I think. Maybe just Chris now.
Chris now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Here's a rapid fire. Favorite animal in the zoo? What's your
Ooh.
favorite exhibit?
The giraffes,
Yeah.
1.
Yep.
The golden lion tamarins, 2,
Yep.
and the hippo, 3.
Oh,
Nice.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even the tigers.
Yeah, they're up there, but
Yeah?
these other 3.
I like
yeah.
it.
Those are top
Yeah.
5, not top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to date night in Topeka. What are you doing?
In the summer, I'd be going down to Evergy Plaza. 'Cause
Yes,
there's
that's a
always
good
something
answer.
fun
There's
going
always
on.
something
yeah,
going on.
yeah. During the winter, I'm kind of a homebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm not a cold weather fan.
Yeah. Dude, there's
Uh,
nothing like putting on a fire in a fireplace when it's
Yeah.
cold outside.
Yeah.
Man, it's the best.
Especially after getting home from the zoo lights where your toes are all frozen.
That's exactly right.
Wait, that'll be clipped as our promo
Boom.
for Zoo Lights.
Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot. Where are you going?
Menards.
Dang, dude, the
I
Menards
knew I liked
train
Cynthia.
recently has been
I
crazy.
knew I liked her.
What is it with the Menards train? The last 3 months has been crazy.
Okay, so it's about the rebates.
Yeah, 11%, baby.
11%.
You use the rebates.
I use the rebates. So I save all my little rebate checks. And on
Wow.
Black Friday, I take my rebate checks and go buy my dog's toys on Black Friday.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes,
That's actually
yes,
kind of
yes,
smart. Do you
yes.
do the rebates?
If the project's maybe over, if the ticket's over $100,
I do them at any level because they all add
'Cause they
up.
add
They do.
Yeah.
We bought a
And do
bunch
they
of
expire so like you can just cash them all in at once?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. We bought a bunch of flooring there. It was several $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
Mailed in the rebate, got a $300
Yeah.
ticket back, check back. It was awesome.
Right.
How many potholes did you hit on the way here?
Too many to count.
Too many to count.
Yeah.
We had Dan Garrett on with the city of Topeka. He's the media relations guy. He says they fill 650 potholes a week.
Wow.
Which doesn't feel like it, but they're working. It's crazy.
But
know.
there's just so many.
There's so many.
It makes you think Topeka is bigger than it feels sometimes.
Yeah.
Like how many roads there are, that need
Topeka is
potholes
pretty
filled.
small. It really is pretty small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. Where can people find you or the zoo at? Social media?
Yes.
If people want to buy tickets, do they do it there? How can they find you
So
guys?
they can go online at topekazoo.org. They can come see us at 635 Southwest Gage, which is basically Zoo Boulevard inside of Gage Park. So, and then social media.
Awesome.
We've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, we've got TikTok.
Great.
So
And they can buy tickets at the door if they show up?
They can buy tickets at the door as well.
What do those run for adults and kids?
So they are $15 for adults,
Yep.
$9 for kids, $9 for seniors, 2 and under are free.
That's
Love it.
awesome.
Yeah.
I do have one question I meant
Hit her
to
with it.
ask with the favorite animal. Do you have a favorite light display at Zoo Lights right now?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Or
That's a
one that
good
you're
one.
excited for people to experience this year?
I always like the Chinese dragon.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
the Chinese dragon. I know it's a new one is we have the ugly sweaters that you can go up there and you can put your head in there and
nice.
take
Yeah.
pictures.
That's awesome.
So I think there's 3 or 4 ugly sweaters right in a row.
Oh, that's so great.
Family can go up there and get their
Awesome.
picture taken.
Cynthia, thank you so much
Yes.
for your
You're
time.
very
This has
welcome.
been a
Thank you.
joy.
Yes.
Everyone, go visit the Zoo Lights.